Good morning, Grizzlies, and welcome back to another episode of Grizzly True Crime. Well, it depends where you are in the world. For me, it is already afternoon. I need to apologize right now for the hammering that's happening above me. I can't do anything about that, and they only just started right before I went live. So just know if it annoys you, just know it annoys me a lot. Okay. But thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. I don't want to just delay the stream based on some noise in the background. I think it's very important to get this information out, as you know, with missing persons cases, and especially where the family feels completely helpless. I feel like we could make a difference by raising awareness. Hopefully, some Grizzlies in France or in Europe can also please share it everywhere you can. This is an American student missing in France, and he was last heard from by his family on November 27th. So, we're going to look at all those details. Please, if you could, like the video and share. The student's name is Ken D. Land. Okay, so if you could share the hashtags find Kenneth D. Land. So Deland, I'm saying it like that so you could spell it right? Or hashtag Kenneth Deland or Ken Deland or find Ken Deland. Okay, so most of them are in the description box, but I've just said a whole bunch of them as well. So thank you so much. Yep, that's it. It's just Robbie says Grizzly True Crime. You can hammer through it. I hope it's not too bad. I hope the microphone at least focuses on what I'm saying here. Sorry about the hammering, everyone. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you, mods. I know I'm very busy, and I really appreciate it when you guys are here as well. Okay, so are we ready now? Let's look at this. I've got interviews to show you of his parents. I've got the website they made for him, the Facebook group, which has already been launched, and of course the map. So we don't know too much about the very specifics, like even the exact sports store and all that yet, but hopefully I can help his parents out. His family is welcome here if they do watch this. Just know this is a safe place. You can watch my missing persons playlist and you'll see I've interviewed lots of families and we show ultimate care, and we really want you to feel safe to be here and spread the word on your missing loved one. I hope that he will be found very soon. I hope that he's fine and that maybe it's just a network issue or something traveling around France. Okay, so American student missing in France. The picture I'm pointing at there is actually the last seen video, or it's from a video from a sports store. We're going to look at where and everything, but that's what that picture is. So have you seen this person? As you guys know, I'm South African living in the Netherlands. So I guess now this is kind of, it's France. It's not the same country, but it's Europe. So it's not too far from me. And so, yeah, I really hope that I can help out as much as possible. Have you seen this person? Ken Deland, 22 years old, fair skin, blonde hair. Okay. For any information, you can call the number listed there on the missing person flyer. Ken Deland, known as Kenny, is a 22-year-old American college student who is studying abroad at the University of Grenoble's Alps. Alpes. It's all very French words. Yeah, Grenoble's Alps, right? Grenoble's Alps through the American Institute for Foreign Study. He's a senior at St. John Fisher University in Rochester, New York. He last contacted his parents via WhatsApp on November 27th, 2022. He'd actually left the home of his host family and was on his way to Valence, France by train. On December 3rd, so he hadn't spoken to his family since November 27th. But then on December 3rd, bank statements showed that he made a purchase in Montélimar, according to his bank statements, right? And so they were able to, the French authorities, find the surveillance footage and confirm that he was actually in a sports store in that area. Okay, so he was last seen in a sporting goods store on December 3rd, wearing a red jacket, scarf, gray beanie, blue pants, a backpack, and sneakers. Okay, so for you guys that are rolling in now from the east side, this is quite nice for you as well. The New Zealand and Australia. Nice. I'm glad you can make this one as well. French authorities have officially reported Ken missing. His family is very concerned, but due to privacy laws here in Europe, his family is not able to receive updates about his case. So that is, that must feel absolutely terrible. They are absolutely distraught. They don't know what happened to him, where he is, and they can't receive updates. Kenny's studies finish. They were due to finish now on December 17th, 2022, and his visa expires on January 20th, 2023. He's 6 foot tall, 190 pounds, and if he attempts to leave France, I guess this is a good thing, right? His passport will ping. So if he is, traveling around and just not letting anyone know, and he does try to leave France, his passport will at least ping and his family will then be alerted. Please share, as I say, hashtag find Ken Deland or Kenneth Deland, Kenny Deland. All of those alternates are really, really great. Cat M, thank you so much. Kitty Clues, thank you so much for that. Okay, so his family is in America and he is traveling by himself in France, right? Okay. So here, let's just see if I've got anything else on the slide. I think that's it for my little slide as an intro to the case. Now, let us have a look at this video right here.
Who's been missing for 2 weeks while studying in France. His parents say he remained in constant contact until his disappearance, and they're now pleading for help. ABC's Lama Hassan is in London with more. Lama, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. It is every parent's worst nightmare. Ken Deland last got in contact with his parents on November 27th. They haven't heard from him since, and they are desperately trying to find him.
This morning, a mystery deepening as the parents of missing American college student Kenny Deland are desperate to find him.
I'm thinking this can't be possible. How did he go missing? What happened?
The 22-year-old, a senior at St. John Fisher University in New York, was on a study abroad program in southeastern France, due to return home next week. But in late November, Mom Carol received a call from a college liaison.
She had to file a missing persons report because they had not seen him in 24 hours.
The family is in shock as they had been in constant contact with their son, who they say was enjoying his time abroad.
I mean, who wouldn't enjoy France, right? And studying abroad and everything. So I don't know what has happened. I mean, he got on a train, he left his host family and was going to be back. That's why he was reported missing by, the host family, from what I understand, because like, oh my word, he hasn't come back. He's not finishing his studies. Like, where is he? What happened? And then the French authorities are tracing his, bank statements and everything. Like, okay, there was a transaction on December 3rd at a sporting goods store, but no one has seen him or heard from him since, which is extremely concerning. Yes. Sorry, I'm just reading your comments here. Okay, carrying on.
Loves to travel, so this trip has been something that he's really looked forward to, and it is not characteristic of Kenny to not reach out to us and let us know what's going on.
The last time his parents heard from their son was on November 27th. According to family, he boarded a train near the university and headed south, his phone pinging along the way. On December 3rd, he was tracked to this sports store, seen here wearing a red jacket and gray hat, spending $9.
It would be extremely important to understand who he has talked to, maybe in his age group in France, or maybe he's talked to people back here in the United States on the phone.
French authorities are investigating and say it is a worrying disappearance, but citing privacy laws as Kenny is an adult. His loved ones just want answers.
So sorry for not saying the last bit of that sentence. The privacy laws are because he's an adult. He's 22 years old. I mean, he can travel if he wants. He can, do what he wants. But so it's very hard being abroad. His family is in the United States of America. He's American and he's studying abroad. And now he's got on the train and traveled around and no one's heard from him since November 27th. But, the French, he is on the missing persons list in France. But yeah, his family's not getting updates because he's an adult, right? Oh man. So yeah, just to make sure everyone's cleared up with that, there's a family hosting him in France, and I believe they were the ones to report him missing because he hadn't returned from this train trip. So at least they did that. That was really good because they're like, oh my word, where is he? Like he went for a bit and now he has to come back. But his family, being in America and knowing that your loved one's in France and you don't know where he is, I mean, it's really scary.
If anybody has a way to help us and find him, help us with the officials. Please help us.
I mean, I don't know what I can do, but I hope I can help. I hope I can help spread awareness in this case. Please, Grizzlies, please share it if you can. Like the video, share it anywhere, whether it is Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you can. WhatsApp, email to your friends. Marty says something that is not characteristic is notable. Exactly. Hashtag trust the family, right? The family saying he was in constant contact. They were always able to contact him. He was always updating them. He was very excited, enjoying his trip. And then suddenly after November 27th, they haven't heard from him.
Now, as French authorities investigate Ken Deland's disappearance, his parents have taken matters into their own hands, launching a website asking for the public's help, hoping they can find him and bring him home for Christmas. Janae?
I mean, I really hope so. This is so terrible with all these crimes happening over this, winter and festive season, Christmas coming up. Oh my word. So I really hope they find him. I want to show you quickly. There's a lot to show you, but the website, there is a Facebook group as well, Help Find Kenneth Deland. So here it is. The university said it has been notified that Kenneth Deland was reported missing while studying abroad in Grenoble, France. So you can share these as well. You can download these missing persons posters and share them. If you're only joining now, again, I'm sorry if you hear any hammering. It's construction in the background. I'm doing my very best here, and I'm just glad that you're here with me, that we can get some, awareness going for this case. There's not much yet on Twitter, from what I can see. So please share it if you are on Twitter there, if you're part of the Grizzly family on Twitter. With all the hashtags I was saying, you can see it right here as well. Find Kenneth Deland and Kenneth Deland. Those are good ones to share. So please help us out. Okay. Nancy B. Wild says, did his phone stop pinging? I'm not sure about that either. They say it was pinging all the way to there, and then he was seen in the sports store, but I haven't heard about his phone pinging beyond that, Okay, so this is the website. Kenny's on the national news. Hope that they will find him, they say. Sorry, this is the Facebook group. And if I just go to the website, it's this one, findkendeland.com. It is also in the description box. They say, help us find Ken Deland. While studying abroad at the University Grenoble's Alpes, France, our son, Kenny Deland, went missing. So here's a photo gallery that they've got as well. This is Kenny right here, seen on this photo right here, in a sports store. Sorry, in France. I'm just looking at it as well. I'm trying to find the exact name. Is it this? Is anyone in France? Grizzlies? Anyone there? Leanne says, my Uncle Ken lives in France. I'll be sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. So yeah, they've got the missing flyers. They've got pictures of Kenny here. He was absolutely loving his time there. There's pictures of him here as well. Okay. Wow. And here you can see the timestamp 03/12/2022, 14:45:19, going into this sports store. Last known information. Let me just make this a bit bigger so we can all see. On 11/27, we last heard from Kenny via WhatsApp. Apparently, he left his host family's residence and boarded the train headed for Valence, France. Kenny's phone was said to have pinged on Wednesday, 11/30/2022. So I don't know. You see, that's what I mean. When did his phone? He was going on the train, and they say his phone was said to have pinged. So it seems like that's the last time his phone pinged. And as I say, that could be like a network issue or something. I don't know. I just mean when Mr. Grizzly now went to Japan as well, there were some areas where he wasn't able to have contact, right? So they say still communication is yet to happen from his phone or any social media. So that's the thing. He was very active on social media, and nothing's been happening on social media since Sunday, the 27th of November, 2022. Kenny's bank was made aware of his disappearance and provided authorization to police to track purchases. According to his statements, Kenny made a purchase at a store on the 3rd of December, 2022 in Montélimar at 9 a.m. for $8.40. 9 a.m. I wonder what time that is at 9 a.m. Is that now American time or there? Because we saw from the footage on top here, it says 14:45:19. You see? I think it's in the afternoon there. Interesting. Okay. And they say, so it was on that day though, December 3rd. We fear the worst and want him to be located. Kenny's international studies are done on the 17th of December, 2022, and his visa will expire on the 20th of January, 2023. Let's see here. You don't know. Jack says he looks like he belongs there, not like he would stand out as a target, assuming he probably speaks some French. Right? He looks like he could blend there easily. Yep. Andrew. Yes, that's what I've been explaining. I've got construction work going on upstairs. Not me. It's in the building. Sorry about that. So, yes. That is happening, and I apologize. Okay, have you seen him? Ken is roughly 6 foot tall, 190 pounds. He was last seen wearing a red jacket, scarf, grey beanie, blue jeans or slacks, a black backpack and sneakers, and the last known image of Kenny entering a store is on the right, which is this image right here. He's on the French missing person list. If he attempts to leave France via train, his passport will ping. We've learned that you can travel via other means without using your passport. So that is a bit of a problem. You can travel with other means without using your passport. We cannot receive updates. We understand that Kenny is an adult and the university, as well as local, national, and international police hands are tied. Neither the US nor the French administration can share his whereabouts. What we do know is there is a missing persons report filed. We need your help. If you know anyone in these areas to help look for Kenny or put pressure on the French administration and US authorities, please help them. Yeah, you can submit tips, name, email, and write a message. You can send a tip there as well. So this is on findkendeland.com. All right. QJo says, it sounds like you are literally building your channel. Yes, let's call it that. We are literally building the channel. So here and there, I'm going to show you I want to show you some interviews anyway, but it might just help with all this noise, right? Hello, Harriet. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what's going on here. Play the video. What is it doing?
Parents say all they want for Christmas this year in 2 weeks. His concerned parents say all they want for Christmas this year is to hear from their son. ABC's Phil Lipoff has the story.
This is the last known image of 21-year-old American college student Ken DeLand. Surveillance images from a sports store in the south of France, December 3rd. Ken wearing a red jacket and a gray hat. The senior at St. John Fisher University in New York was due to return home in just days from his semester abroad, but his parents haven't heard from him in 2 weeks.
This can't be possible. How did he go missing? What happened?
A question French authorities are trying to answer. His father says Ken was traveling a lot, in constant contact, and sending back lots of pictures.
So that's why this is kind of hit as not characteristic of Kenny to not reach out to us and let us know what's going on.
Ken last spoke to his parents November 27th. 6 days later, he appeared on that surveillance camera. The store, an hour train ride from his school. French authorities are calling this a worrying disappearance, but cite privacy laws as Ken is an adult.
I understand why people's privacy is important. However, if there's anything to indicate that the person is not returning calls or you can't find them because you believe something may have happened to them, you have to then push.
His parents have set up a website to share information, looking for any help they can get.
I have to be strong, right? Because if I'm not strong, how am I going to help get him back?
Ken's parents say they first learned he was missing when the college liaison called them and said he had missed class and they hadn't seen him in 24 hours.
College liaison. Okay, that's who contacted, reported him missing and told the family as well. Wow.
His family says that, too, is very unusual for Ken. Lindsay?
Okay, and sorry, earlier Diane was saying, was he seen exiting that sports shop? That is a question I also have. There's a lot of questions, of course, in this case. This would be, I would say, episode 1. I'm hoping there'll be some updates and that more tips will come in for the family and that he will be found and that I could share that positive news right here. That would be amazing. Let's just go back a little bit. What do they say here?
Looking for any help they can get.
I have to be strong, right? Because if I'm not strong, how am I going to help get him back?
Ken's parents say they first learned he was missing when the college liaison called them and said he had missed class and they hadn't seen him in 24 hours. His family says that, too, is very unusual for Ken.
Okay, so yes. And for everyone only joining now, yes, there's a banging noise in the background. There's construction happening. Just ignore it.
Abroad and hasn't been heard from for nearly 2 weeks.
2 weeks. News 10 NBC's Patrick Newsnack met with the DeLand family, and they are really eager to find out what happened to their son. Patrick.
The DeLands tell me Kenny Jr. typically calls his family almost every day, but the calls abruptly stopped and no one knows his whereabouts in France.
For Christmas, I want my son returned, safely. That would be my wish,
For Ken DeLand Sr. and his current wife, Jennifer, sitting by the phone waiting for a call from France has been excruciating. Kenny Jr. has been missing since the end of November.
His typical would be to reach out to us daily or every other day, to myself, to my wife, Jennifer, to his mother, Carol, or his brother, Austin. That hasn't been happening.
DeLand says his son traveled to visit parts of France as well as other neighboring countries. DeLand says his son recently packed his bags, left his host family, and appeared to go on another trip. According to his bank account, the younger DeLand used his debit card recently.
The transaction happened at this sporting goods store.
I know we all have a lot of questions, right? Because I'm also wondering, I wonder why he suddenly like packed his bags and then decided, you know what, I'm just going to go on a trip to the south of France. Off I go. And then he went to the sporting goods store and all that. So I'm not too sure why he went there. Was it just a weekend trip away? What was he going there for? We don't know. All we know is that he's missing and we need to help spread the message.
He came in, made a purchase, and they caught him on footage.
That was the last he's been heard from. And DeLand says because of French privacy laws, authorities there won't provide any information due to Kenny being an adult. They believe he may be heading towards the south of France. Meanwhile, DeLand has been looking for local help.
I personally have reached out to the embassy. I contacted Claudia Tenney's office, the congresswoman, and her assistant was able to bring the case to the embassy, and a congressional inquiry was started.
The family also started a website for information.
www.findkendeland.com. And if there's any information that people can provide, you can add it to that website.
A community prayer service will be held this Sunday for Kenny's safe return. It's set for 3 p.m. at the Clifton Springs United Methodist Church. St. John Fisher University and the school where Kenny Jr. is studying at are both working with local law enforcement as they continue to search for him.
Okay, so, and we've got the tip line and everything here. So let's just escape this. Where's this other one? We saw that one. Oh yeah, he's got a YouTube channel as well. I was just trying to see, is there anything else on social media we can find? He has a YouTube channel. There's the website we've seen. We will look at the map as well. This is his dad's Facebook saying, Carol, myself, along with Jennifer and Zachary are extremely worried. Our son Kenny has been missing since 11/27. The last known photo we have confirmed of him is entering a store and making a small purchase on 12/3 at approximately 9 a.m. Our family has not heard from Kenny, nor has his friends spoken to him since 11/27, so 27th of November. We are extremely worried and want him to return home safe. Please feel free to share our website, which has the most up-to-date information, and tag all of our local and national news publications so we can find Kenny. All right, and then where is that other? I have another clip for you. Wow, it's wild times here in the Grizzly house. Fury's now here and going absolutely wild as well, so that's a lot of fun. It's going well today, guys. It's going well. Okay, so there's another video that I don't think I've shown you yet. Just hold on one second. This one says American student missing in France. Yeah, okay, so that one we've seen. This is the one we haven't seen. So I'm going to put this on for you and just quickly get Fury out of here too.
Of St. John Fisher's student who remains missing in France is rallying behind his family tonight as the search continues overseas. Alex Love was at the prayer service today held in his honor. He joins us now in studio with their message to the family. Alex.
Well, Kenny DeLand Jr. is in his final year at St. John Fisher's University and was studying abroad in France this past semester. But his family and those he was staying with lost contact with him last month. Now, many in the Clifton Springs prayed for a safe return.
We pray for his safekeeping and peace for his family.
Following several emotional prayers and poems, the United Methodist Church of Clifton Springs lit up with candles as the community rallied to send their support to Kenny DeLand Jr. to be found safely.
if not all of the community is here at this time, knowing that they probably don't know or they may not know him whatsoever in any way, and they were still willing to come in and give their prayers and hopes for the family. It's very, very open and caring.
Prayer is powerful, and they know that. And we love them all, and we are all praying from first light until the sun goes down. And this will have a good outcome. I feel it in my heart.
Many recall how active Kenny was in the community while growing up in Clifton Springs. He's a member of the Boy Scouts and helped honor veterans with his Eagle Project. Friends like Hunter McCammon say he's adventurous and always ambitious to travel, learning new cultures.
He wanted to study abroad to know different people, different languages, all of their cultures and their religions. We had foreign exchange students that were in our school that he was good friends with all of them.
Kenny's last known whereabouts, according to a website his family made to ask for help, was on December 3rd when banking statements show he made a purchase in the city of Montelimar, but his family has not heard from him directly since November 17th. His community remains hopeful.
He was very prepared to go over this. I think that's why this is such a mystery to everyone.
Yeah,
we just all want him found and want him to surface and come home safely.
Kenny will be found. He will be found alive. There's no doubt in my mind. I have had several contacts with people in France myself, and they are helping with the situation.
I really hope he is. I hope even he sees this. That's the beauty of sharing this, you guys. If we share this and he's on, I don't know, Twitter, or if he sees it on TikTok or wherever, and he's like, oh my word, maybe he took a time out, but now he's like, oh my word, my bad. I don't know. I don't think he would do that, but we don't know him, right? We don't know what he's up to or why he went there or what he bought at the store exactly either. I just hope that this can help in sharing it, raising awareness. An American college student missing in France. He's 22 years old. And if we just quickly go again, in case you missed it in the beginning, he's 6 foot tall, about 190 pounds. Apparently, if he attempts to leave France, his passport will ping, but there are other ways to travel around Europe, of course, without a passport as well, even like a train card and things like that. So if you want to, or actually please share, like the video, share, hashtag find Ken DeLand, Kenneth DeLand, all these hashtags, varieties, they really help. Find Ken DeLand, find Kenneth DeLand, Kenneth DeLand and Ken DeLand. Those all help. And I see there's nothing really trending too much yet on Twitter in this case. So I really hope we can get it going a little bit. So yes, Sweet Dream says, I hope he's okay. Me too. I'm going to show you the map now quickly. So let's get that going here. Okay, and we're back. So let's have a look at this map here quickly. So if we see, he was studying at this, as an American student on an exchange program at this University Grenoble Alpes. Oh my word. If French people are watching this, they're probably like, oh my word, the English are just totally butchering the French language. But that university, right? And he was staying with a host family. And then he packed up his bags, is what we just heard, and he made his way southward. So it would first go west like this and then southward, depending on the train route, of course, but towards this Valence area. And I believe from everything I'm hearing, that is the intended place he was going to travel to. Like he was going south to Valence, and his phone pinged all along the way. But then it seems like his phone stopped pinging around the 30th of November, and his social media activity also stopped. And then he was seen even further south. So he must have traveled there, yes, by train. He was seen in a sports store, a sporting goods store in this Montélimar area. So that is what we're looking at. It's a 2.5 hour drive, 202 kilometers. Let's just quickly, for all my American Grizzlies, 125 miles total distance traveled there. So that's what's happening there. And let me just quickly look at something. This. I mean, right now it's 0 degrees Celsius That's around, because it's also fall going to winter now in France, if anyone wants to know. And that is about 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm not sure, I don't know what he was buying in the sporting goods store. I mean, he was dressed very warmly. Someone was saying earlier, maybe energy bars. We just don't know what he was buying, what he's doing, or why is he even in this area. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's the last thing we know, is that he was in that store there. I wonder if there's any more, bank transactions. All we've heard is that's from December 3rd, and I mean, it's already December 12th now. Caroline says, curious about purchase some kind of hiking guide, maybe. I mean, you just never know. You just never know if he met someone along the way, and is gallivanting with them. I don't know. Love can make you do crazy things. Let me say that, right? And yeah, I hope he's safe. I hope he's alive. I hope he's fine. I hope they'll find him soon. Thank you, Jackie. Love that map time intro. Thank you. Yeah. I know there's a lot of Grizzly that are like, no, where's the original map time song? Don't worry. When appropriate, we will play it. But I also think that one it's pretty good. So yes, I'm hoping that his family, above all, can find out more about, where he could be and what happened. I hope they'll get answers soon. The best we can do is just share his flyer. So let's tweet it out. Let's all tweet it out. That will help a lot already to get it into the algorithm. Each platform has their own algorithm. So it really helps if you share it in multiple places. And maybe if the family wants to, they are most welcome here on Grizzly True Crime if they want to chat here and just tell us a bit more so we can all understand. And of course, I'm in Europe. So I'm in the Netherlands. And so I don't know if there's anything I can do, but if there's anything I can do, let me know. I'm saying it to the family. It's just so scary to think. I mean, imagine being in America and then all the way across the ocean here, somewhere in France, your loved one is, I don't know, they reported missing. No one's hearing from him. No social media activity. So if I go to his Facebook, it's this one, Ken DeLand Jr. He posted this on November 18th, and he said, rainbow view of Paris over the Eiffel Tower. I mean, that is a beautiful picture. My goodness. Carol said, which I believe is his mom, I can't wait for you to come home for Christmas so you can share your stories of everything that you've seen and experienced. Right? This was October 28th. Stopover in Serbia today, Friday, October 28th, Nikola Tesla Airport. Okay, so he's here as well. I just want to see. I'm just going back a little bit. He said, I can speak a little French. So for everyone wondering, he says here, I can speak a little French. Yes, Rob, it must be terrible for the family. Alicia says, why was he traveling that day to begin with? I also wonder. Lauren, I'm sorry you didn't get the reminder. If anyone's not getting notifications and things, make sure you turn the bell off and back on again, because YouTube's undergone so many changes recently that a reset is a good thing. Turn the bell off, back to on again. October 25th, my phone only shows part of France. Eyes have seen much more. That's true. Here he is. Ah, cute. Wow, that looks so nice. Oh my word. Those cappuccinos, huh? And that architecture. Oh man.
The bishop who arrived from Minor Asia, from the city of Izmir. This is how everything started during the Roman times. We had the first group of 48 Christians. The bishop who arrived from Minor Asia.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just having a look if we can see. I mean, I don't know exactly how long he's been there either. Oh my word. Okay. Yeah, don't get me started on all this architecture. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Yes. Beautiful pictures. Beautiful place. I'm sure I hope he's really happy and just really enjoying it, and that he's just being naughty. That he's found safe, alive, and that he was just naughty. So beautiful. Wow. Okay. Yes, that is true. Lucky lady, make sure notifications are turned on in your notification settings as well. Yep. Okay. Hilaria says, why did he pack all this stuff? Yep, these are questions we have. What happened? And what does the host family have to say? Because they will know, they were the last people to see him then. He packed his stuff and left pretty much. So then what happened? I want to know, like, how was he doing? You know, with his grades and stuff. What happened with the host family? Anything? Did they have any information? Is everything okay? Was everything fine? Was he happy? Why did he travel there? Was he meeting someone? All of that. I have all the same questions you guys have as well, of course. Mark says, has it been mentioned how much savings he had? Nope, I haven't seen any mention of that. There's not a lot of information in this case. And that's why I say, to me, this is like layer one. This is like, let's get this case out there and make everyone aware that he's missing. His family's looking for him. They must be so distraught. I would feel so helpless. I mean, as I say, when Mr. Grizzly, he traveled to Japan on a little trip, and I was like, oh my word, it's just so far. I did all the true crime checklists. You stay in contact. Don't talk to strangers. Just the usual, right? Just, I'm sure all of us true crimers are the same. If loved ones go traveling, you're like, oh, okay, here's the checklist. This is what to do, right? I mean, Kenny stayed in touch with his family all the time until that communication stopped from November 27th. Now that's quite a long time now. It's already December 12th. So I really hope, that someone will find him, that he'll surface and go home for Christmas and spend it with his family. That would be amazing. Yes, Laura Lee says, I wonder if there's technology issues. I wonder too. Sometimes you just don't know with the networks, or if your data runs out, or if there's a different provider or whatever it is. Yep. Trish, still interesting. They say he packed his things, but he doesn't have his bags going into the store. Yeah, that would imply then, right, that he's staying somewhere. There's lots of hostels and places to stay there where you can actually stay very low profile, low key. So, yep. MP says, Gisela, the building is finished for now. Yeah, don't jinx it. Yes, indeed. Alicia says, surprised haven't heard from the host family. Yeah, I haven't seen too much. Thank you, Copper Horse, for sharing that. This is in my description box. I'll make sure to pin it in the comments for you guys as well. Findkendeland.com. That's the official website his family's made for us to look at the facts and be able to share useful links and things like that. So that's the one we looked at here. Yeah, so here he is just with a backpack. So when they say packed his bags and left the host family, I wonder if he just packed a backpack and left for a weekend trip. You know what I mean? It might not be like he packed all his stuff. I mean, we can't really fill in the blanks there. They just said packed bags and left. It might not be packed everything. So, I mean, the college was expecting him back as well. So, yeah. Martina says maybe he packed his things in his room to be ready later. I mean, within 5 days now, he would finish his studies on December 17th. Alicia says, have they checked hostels? I really hope so. Really hope so. So yes, so go to this website as well. I'm sure they'll share updates on here and everything. I'll be monitoring this as well. We'll keep an eye on it. So we've looked at the map. I think we've pretty much looked at everything. This is that group that I've joined now. Help find Kenneth DeLand. Okay, and they've even got it, of course, in French, the poster. They need to share this. That's why. Please share this, especially if you're a Grizzly in Europe. Share it as well. They've got it in French. They've got it in English. Here they've got prayer held for missing St. John Fisher student. So many people back home love him, care about him, just want to know he's safe, he's well. Yes. They pray for Ken DeLand who went missing in France. There's the Good Morning America one we looked at. They say, so a person from here who's currently living in France shared the missing persons poster to a Grenoble Facebook group. This was a response in that group. I have no idea of the legitimacy of the person's knowledge or the accuracy of the comment. They say he's been found in the Drome and doesn't want to be in touch with family and friends for now. See, I hope he's well. I don't know what happened. And we don't know if that's even true. That's pure speculation. I hope he's okay. Someone says, I found that group, found that person comment. Mano has 9 friends and only 3 pictures. I would assume it's a fake account. See, that happens sometimes. Can you believe it in these cases? That people insert themselves in cases. I'm always like, why do people do this? Like, what kind of attention are they looking for? If I'm not saying this person did that, we don't know. But there are people that do this. This one says, hello, the person is not fake because I've been a member of the group since 5 years and can see the post history of the person. He or she is active and stated before that worked at Grenoble University and has a post history since 2021. Okay, let's see what more is going on here. The person may simply have been misinformed. If Kenny's been found, I find it baffling that his family and the American Institute for Foreign Study would continue to seek information about his whereabouts. No updates or fresh developments were mentioned at his or my hometown's prayer vigil for him today. Okay, interesting. Yeah, they say this happens a lot on missing persons. I'm an advocate. Trolls tormenting the family. It may be good to check it out, but probably not legit. Also, as others have said, the family is still reporting him missing. If he had been found, this wouldn't be happening. Oh my word. This is just so, I just hate it when this happens. Yeah, exactly. Lauren says, what is wrong with people? That's the thing. Why do people do this? And it's in every case. There's always trolls in missing persons cases that taunt the families. I just don't understand what is wrong with them, honestly. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I'm just seeing. So yeah, we don't know if that's valid or not. We've looked at that as well. A Clifton Springs native has gone missing while studying abroad in France as part of his senior year at St. John Fisher University. Kenny DeLand's family has not spoken with him in nearly 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. Okay. So everything is here as well on the group, the Facebook group, Help Find Kenneth DeLand, which I'll also put in the comments for you. Wow. So thank you, Grizzlies. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, Drome is an area. Drome, I would assume they would say it, right? Maybe I'm not saying it right. French. I don't speak French. Mr. Grizzly speaks fluent French. Did you guys know that? Yeah. He grew up French, actually. That's his mother tongue. So, yeah, if I need to go to France, he needs to go. He needs to go with me. Can you speak French? Yeah, me not so much. Thank you so much. Sierra says, the hardest working woman in true crime. Love you, G. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. So, share it. Share the episode. Share what you can. The missing persons flyers and everything. I really hope they find him. Oh my word. And even if he doesn't, if there's any truth in him not wanting to speak to his family, which why would it just suddenly stop, right? But if there's any truth, I hope that he sees this then and just give the family peace. Just let people know that you're safe, that you find what your plans are, right? Okay. Yes, I have another stream later, you guys. I have another stream at 3 o'clock Eastern today, which is noon Pacific time, 9 p.m. Europe, 10 p.m. in South Africa. And I'm not sure what time that is in Australia. It depends which west side, east side. But I have another stream later as well, where we're going to look at a catfishing cop who did the unthinkable. Oh, my word. So we will, well, we, Gisela, says Mikey's Mammy. Yeah. That I can say. Let's see what you guys say. Loni says, Loni, as a French woman living in Germany, I hope you'll be found soon. Cheers. Thank you to all the European Grizzlies who are here as well. We do have an international audience. I can see it in my analytics, and I'm very proud of that. Thank you so much all for being here from all over the world. And I will see you later again. Make sure your notifications are on, bell off, bell on again. So you get the notification, 3 o'clock Eastern time. I will see you there. All right, this stream should lead you to that stream anyway. So you should be able to just, if you just wait, it'll take you there and you can just say, notify me. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you, mods. Bye.